Hi everyone, it's Phil here from Ashland Leather. Let's take a quick preview of some of the wallets that are shipping out today. We have a color number 8 marbled shell Cordovan Giant the Fox, a natural shell Cordovan Bugs Moran, a raw shell Cordovan Giant the Fox with a reverse interior, an English tan Dublin Giant the Fox, a color number 8 Chrome XL Frank the Enforcer, color 8 Chrome XL Fat Herbie, a whiskey shell Cordovan Fat Herbie, and an Amaretto shell Cordovan Fat Herbie. There's also a couple items that are now back in stock that I'll be showing you, but first, I just had to show you this color 8 marbled shell Giant the Fox that's heading out the door today, because this is one of the most interesting and incredible pieces of color 8 marble shell. Take a look at just the random texture and color in this leather. This is a remarkable piece. I really love this one. Typically, I go for more of a dramatic contrast in this, but I think most people really like this more subtle version, where it's a little bit less dramatic as far as going from light to dark immediately. This one has a little bit more subtle gradient to it. But wow, that is just a really special piece of color 8 marble shell. I can't wait for you to have this Giant the Fox. Now here are two items that are now back in stock. This is a natural shell Cordovan Giant the Fox, and the natural shells that we've cut from for this batch of foxes are extra special. Take a look at the smoothness and the bright shiny luster, and even the color of this natural shell is just very, very nice. And on the inside of these, we've got the reverse interior, and I prefer the reverse interiors for my wallets because I find them to be a little bit easier to fill in any scuffs and scratches that might develop on the inside. Also back in stock is one of my all-time favorite shell Cordovan colors, the color number 4 on our Tony the Ant. Take a look at that shell. That is glassy smooth. It's a perfect shell on this Tony the Ant, and we have a small batch of these now available and back in stock on the website. And another new item I wanted to show you. This is our newest flash sale for the day. And we're having fun here at the shop. We're trying new combinations of leather colors. So on the outside here, we found this really cool piece of color 8 reverse shell on the outside. And we cut this because it has all these unique random dye stains that we just think is really interesting and special. And each of those are unique, but we thought this one was extra cool. And that's color 8 reverse on top of a color 8 shell. And we call this the middle piece. On the back side of that middle piece, we have a great Horween ink stamp, but here's where we get funky with it. So we have a ultraviolet shell Cordovan piece on the left there. You can see that more vivid purple color, slight amounts of pink to it at certain angles, and on the right, that all-time favorite color of mine, the color number 4 shell Cordovan. This is a really special Fat Herbie that's going up on the website. There are some small cosmetic issues with it. There's some little scratches and scuffs that are kind of tough to see, but I just don't have the heart to sell this one for full price. You can find this on the sale page of our website. And we're getting into some more stuff that is shipping out today. Check out this natural shell Cordovan Bugs Moran. This is a really clean piece of natural shell. And this one has that sort of color change, color shift going on with it, where certain angles it's a little darker and more brown, and other angles it gets a little bit more tan and a little lighter in color. I love that color shift. On the inside, more natural shell Cordovan with a great Horween ink stamp cut right in the center. Up next here, this is a raw shell Cordovan Giant the Fox, and I love the raw shell Cordovan for the way that it wears in. This idea for the raw shell was to give an experience of patina, the most dramatic patina possible. And when we see this develop, it starts off kind of dull, a little bit of a mild matte finish here. It's not very bright and shiny like all the other shells, but once it's worn, it develops its own nice surface luster. It actually develops layers of luster that I find very compelling. The other thing that changes pretty dramatically on the raw shell Cordovan is the color. So you can see it starts off pretty light in color. It's almost like a light caramel. In certain angles, it's lighter than others. But this turns a little bit more golden in color, just with normal use. On the inside of this raw shell Giant the Fox, we have a color 8 reverse interior with some more of those random and unique dye marks that I really enjoy. All right, here's the last of its type that we have in stock. This is our English tan Dublin Giant the Fox, and unfortunately, this is the last one we have available. and it's going out today. We are making another batch of the 100% English tan Dublin, which I've been wearing here for the last 18 days. So we have a batch of these coming in a couple weeks. A few people have reached out, been interested in this 100% English tan Dublin that I've been using. But this last one here, the one that we just sold out of, is English tan on the outside with a mock horsehide interior. So it's slightly different than the 100% English tan. I like them both a lot, but I've been really excited with how the 100% English tan has turned out, where we have the English tan card holders on the inside. So mine's been wearing in very nicely. I've been updating this every day, and I'll continue to do so for the next 100 days to show you how the English tan Dublin wears in. Here's another special minimalist card holder. This is our Frank the Enforcer in color number 8 Chrome XL leather. You can see it has a very nice subtle sheen to it, which is a characteristic of Chrome XL that you should be looking for, is a very nicely polished grain. A nice little sheen to it like you see here. The color 8 Chrome XL is a color to match the color number 8 Shell Cordovan, but I do find it to be a little bit more vibrant and more of a cherry red as opposed to a dark brown burgundy. It's a little lighter in color, a little bit more vibrant than the Shell Cordovan. And I have another wallet here in that color number 8 Chrome XL. This is our Fat Herbie, and the Fat Herbie's my personal favorite wallet style, but I think I'm pretty biased because it's the first wallet I started making when we started Ashland almost 10 years ago now. But I love the Fat Herbie because it lays flat in your back pocket because of this unique card layout. We don't stack the cards on top of each other, and because there's more surface area to hold the cards, the wallet is less thick in your pocket. So these color 8 Chrome XL Fat Herbies are actually back in stock now as well. This one's going out today. Up next, another beautiful Fat Herbie. Check out this whiskey shell Cordovan on this Fat Herbie. That is a really, really nice piece of whiskey shell. I'm noticing the color, the luster, the smoothness of it. Very remarkable piece here, and this one has that color shift that I've been digging on most of the colors. This one goes from a little bit more dark and brown to a little bit more of like a light caramel color. The whiskey shell Cordovan is very challenging for us to get from Horween. It's not a color that's easy for them to make, and they don't make it a lot, so when we get it, I'm really happy to turn it into something like this Fat Herbie. All right, the last wallet I wanted to show you today, and I saved my favorite for last. This is the Amaretto shell Cordovan on a Fat Herbie, and the Amaretto shell is my favorite shell Cordovan color. For a long time, I was really a huge fan of the color 4. So here's the color 4, and I think I liked the sort of like darker caramel, little bits of red in the color 4. I feel like the Amaretto is just sort of the next level of that for me. There's something about it that's just magical. And it's one of those colors that doesn't translate well over the internet because it is so deep in color. Certain angles it's a little darker, a little bit more brown, and other angles it's very much like a vibrant, vivid tan, a lot of orange to it. So the Amaretto shell Cordovan is my favorite shell color. And on my favorite wallet style here, I'm really excited for somebody to have this one. So thank you for checking out all the great stuff in the video today. I'm pretty happy with how this color combo Fat Herbie turned out. And we're going to continue to sort of push the envelope and try new things, different leather types, different leather combos, different color combos, different finishing techniques, and put those ideas up on the flash sale page for you guys to experience. So that's kind of where we're heading for Ashland, is more unique stuff along with our standard items like this beautiful Amaretto shell Cordovan Fat Herbie and all the other stuff you saw in the video today. So thanks for checking it out. I hope you have a great weekend. Until next time, I hope you have a good one, and take care.